Well, happy Good Friday morning. So I thought I'd just come on and say a few things. Say a few things about Jesus and sort of my thinking and my little journey. I was raised in a very Christian family, and it wasn't very Christian actually. Sort of, you could sin for 6 days and then go and repent for one day. Now, it was the United Church, which was pretty lenient. And there was, in the community I lived in, small communities, because churches were the backbone. So I always liked the social part of it, the connection, but not the dogma. I'm not a religious person by any means. And I think that a lot of us can say the same things, that, religion, we didn't kind of buy it. So it moved us away from truth. But I always believed in a divine being, something, a creative spark, be it, right? And that we're a part of everything. We're a part of the trees, the flowers. There's no disconnection. I came to this world understanding that, just intuitively. It's funny what is done to us in the taking our God-given abilities for programming in our subconscious, right, to allow us to learn things quickly for survival, and have nefarious people take that and disconnect us from our humanness, and to really infiltrate religion and make it something that we don't abide by. The principles. I do believe in the principles of love thy neighbor like that you would love yourself, and do unto others as you would have done to you. It's the golden rule. I think that that's how societies function and thrive. Not like the one that we currently have, that is in a destructive, it's in a war, it's in a takeover from persons that have no connection to any kind of spiritual. They're by definition psychopathic, because they don't have an inner conscience, an inner being. They're like a machine, have decided that this is the way they want the world to be. So I thought today, being Good Friday, so the resurrection of this man they called Jesus. Do I believe in Jesus? Absolutely. Do I believe in evil, the devil, Satan's difference? Absolutely. Absolutely. Much of the mythology that we were taught was myth isn't myth. We really do not know our past. We don't. It's all lie, because the victors of each time that there's resets and takeovers and wars, history becomes, I'm watching it. I'm watching it happen in real time, how history has been changed. And there's some that say it's about every 125 years. So the two books that I really, really enjoyed reading was Saving Jesus by McNeil Ledwith. Excellent. So on the back of this, I'll just read you a bit. Jesus promised that those who truly put his teachings into practice would do all the wonders he did and greater. The next book was Person of Interest. So this was a homicide detective that decided to prove that Jesus didn't exist. So using the same principles, and in this is kind of like a novel about a homicide investigation that he was on, where he actually, in the end, he triumphed and caught the bad guy, the guy that killed his wife, actually. Well, not that killed, it was a husband and wife thing. So he proved beyond a shadow of a doubt in his mind that Jesus was a man that existed on this earth. He is the most written about, sung about, spoken about person. And you see, Jesus wasn't this meek, mild person. He spoke his truth about what he saw, right? The religions, the moneylenders in the churches, the church and the banks and everything, everything just keeps, but he spoke out about it, and he cared for the people that were disenfranchised, the people just like you and me, the slave class, right? And spoke out against the ruling class. And told us about these powers. He understood, because now we can see the pairing of quantum physics with spirituality is coming together and proving everything that spirituality spoke about. Right? So Jesus was a man that could see patterns recognition and knew what he was. And what is happening with us, we are being dummied down, taken further and further and further and further away from who we really are. So this is by Greg Braden. I like this little quote. To be fully human is the greatest spiritual technology ever designed. We need to protect it from giving it away being a machine because we're told we're not good enough. It's a whole mindset. I watched it come into leadership roles in different organizations where it wasn't you were a partner and we want to hear what you have to say. It was you're a problem and we know that you're doing something wrong, so we got to keep an eye on you. It was a whole flip, right? This flip to efficiency, this machine, which is really the darker, it's the dark force. If it's ruling, it's a dark force. If it's used for a tool, it's not a dark force. There was one more that I really liked. The more disconnected you are, the more programmable you are. So as they disconnect us, number one, from us, who we are, our true identity, which they're trying to mimic in a machine, and they'll never get it. Because the spark of who we are, our consciousness, they can't create it. It's not theirs to create. They may be able to destroy it and trap it. But actually they don't. They trap it in a false reality, a bad copy. They're creating another copy, right, of whatever this wondrous world that we live in. But we do live in the Garden of Eden. It's all around me. But we would only return to who we are, if we would only remember. And you can't buy remembering who you are. You can't. You can have all the fucking money in the world. You can't buy it. You know how you get it? You get it by being able to go inside, be aware of the programs that are in you, be able to face the pain. It won't kill you. It's like coming off heroin, coming off any kind of drug. They tell you, oh, the pain is terrible. You'll have to be on methadone forever or this or that. Oh, you can't. You're a victim. No, you're not. You can fucking do anything you want if you put your mind to it. You have to go through the pain. It's like having whatever a virus or flu is. You can get through that. I watched it my whole life. People got through shit, right? Because they knew they didn't depend on somebody else to take care of them. And you can't depend on anybody to take care of the situation out there to change it. The only one that can is you by changing you. And believing a few facts that are facts. There was a man named Jesus, right? And they killed him. They killed him for speaking truth. And it's the same. You can see it, trying to tamp down any kind of dissent against anything, right? In Canada, we've forgotten about COVID because people have gone back to sleep. They've decided complacency and we're going to let somebody else. And in Canada, you've got PP and Carne fighting it out in a pre-scripted. It's not real, folks. That's not real. They just rape you. Whatever guy gets in is going to rape you, going to mind rape you, even more than we're already mind raped with mind control, because it's going to be machine mind control. And then when the next pandemic comes around, they're doing pandemic. Nothing's changed. Except that it's become more of a technocracy. And this time, they'll have an AI grid set up. So I think it's time to really start to remember who we are and grab our power. Because we got power. If we didn't have power, they wouldn't be doing what they're doing to take our power away from us. So you know what? Don't give it. Don't listen to that. Do you ever, the Katy Perry. Yeah, they went to space like pigs can fucking fly. But do you ever take a look? These people are all like that Byron Johnson freak, $2 million to look like Data, and look like a wax. But the other one, you can see it. They all look the same. They have this. They don't look real. I don't think they look real. Right? They look sickly and waxy and do you know that, Byron? Because they believe in everything, right? Everything all the time. Give me all the medication you got so that I can be healthy. He's got long COVID, so basically he's vaccine injured. And everything else that he does. The guy will fucking probably drop dead any second. Let's get him around the perfect electromagnetic frequencies, he'll be out. And he's just a shit pawn in a shit show anyway. To sell $1 million technologies to supposedly extend your health. Because people are afraid of losing the suit. This is just we're part of that consciousness. We are the awareness that run the ship here. That's what we are. right? We're not this. This is this beautiful suit that we get to use to come down to experience life in five senses, but we're not just five senses. That's not who we are. Jesus said that. So let us, at this time, try to be the best version of the self we can be. Release our pain, go into our pain and realize where it's coming from, the patterns and programs that are in there. Get help if you need it. Everybody's been traumatized. Everybody needs a little help to get forward, to understand what those patterns are. All of us can do it, right? We can. We are the hero we're looking for. Stop giving it out there. They're not your heroes. They're not. Those people, they're not your heroes. You're your hero. You can heal within by going within, facing the pain, open that door, right? It's not about, see, everybody wants to be like this, Pink Floyd, no, comfortably numb. Do you really want to be comfortably numb? I don't think so. Yes, when you're, not flatlined, there's ups and downs. Sometimes you weep and cry. We've talked about it with friends of my patients. Sometimes there's something curative in that melancholy, pensive, reflective, contemplating mind. It's when mind tells you you're nothing, blah, 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 and that's not what we want, right? But that other, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't have one without the other. You can, but then you're like a zombie, an automaton. And they're trying to turn you into an automaton, a homogenized. That's why all those people look like, ooh, give me the wrinkles. Then I know I've lived, because I have, Thank God. Thank God. I know I was a rebel, but I really wasn't a rebel. It's what they socially were engineering. But I did have a lot of fun. I learned a lot of lessons. It wasn't always easy. There were times that it brought me to my knees. But you know what? You get back up. So I think I'll end this. We'll do a little Heart Brain Coherence Meditation. So get yourself seated, lying down. Get your intention is that you're going to do just some breathing. Get in touch with your heart, that wonderful portal that connects us to the field around us. That's our connecting point. That's where love lives. Love. Love is the creative force of the universe. And as much as they try to destroy it, they can't. What you tamp down will eventually, in some people, bounce back up. Right? We need to triumph. And triumph is just us evolving and remembering our skills. And this is a way to get in touch and help us to develop and bring us back online to the skills that we have. So get yourself comfortable. You want to feel your body sitting in the chair, lying down, wherever you are. You know how I feel about it in the morning. If you like to start it in bed, doing meditations, that's fine. But for me, I like to sit up in a nice straight. You want your spine to be in good alignment. And it's always good. Hold your pelvic muscles in, right? Have a little tension there. And that's a good thing to get used to, those abdominal muscles held tight. So I want you to just focus on your surroundings, where you are, and what your intention is. So your intention is to connect with your heart, to bring heart-brain coherence, right? And talk a little bit to your heart, see what it has to tell you today about what's happening in your life, questions you want to ask it. So I'm going to ring one of my bells. This is one of my favorite, my Leo bell from Selme Sauvere, one of my wonderful Estonian clients that went through the Second World War, my hero. So I love to it's just a gorgeous bell. So I want you to bring your awareness, your attention, down into your body. I want you to close your eyes. I think that's the best way to do this one so that you can do some visualizations. And I want you to right now just bring your attention and your awareness to your breathing, to your nose. To bring that, you can just imagine the air moving in and out, that sensation, that feeling. As you take a breath in, and then let it out. I want your in-breath to be a little shorter than your out-breath. So in-breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Another one in, Another one out. This actually brings you into the parasympathetic nervous system. That's the nervous system, that's the peace system, right? That tells the amygdala that everything's okay, you're safe. And the fight or flight with all those hormones, those adrenalines, cortisol, they stop being pumped into the system. So we're going to breathe in and then breathe out. Now I want you to bring that divine awareness, that awareness of you, because you can take it to different areas. I want you to bring that awareness to your heart. If it feels better, I always like to put my hand on my heart, to feel my heart, cup my heart in my hand. You can do it with 2 fingers, or you can do it just with your awareness. So now I want you to start breathing in and out, keeping your awareness on that connection with your heart. Keep doing that breathing pattern that we spoke about. The in-breath, a little shorter than the out-breath. And now in your mind's eye, as you continue with the breathing, a natural breathing pattern in and out, I want you to focus on something you're grateful for today. What are you grateful for? I'm always grateful that I wake up every morning. I always think that's good. And everything works. And I'm here in Panama. All the things, there are things. Even if your life has gone to shit, you live in this wonderful body that you've been given, this perfection. And if you're listening to this and doing the meditation, it means that you're moving forward and you want to learn and grow as a person spiritually. So whatever, I want you to actually pair the image that you have in your mind to that feeling. There's a feeling that we have, a feeling tone when we're in gratitude. So I want you to feel that. Let it radiate, that feeling tone, to your heart. Breathing in and out. As you bring that gratitude, that feeling tone of gratitude into your heart, into your body, into your awareness. Then I want you to say something to your heart. Tell it how you feel. I always tell my heart I love it. Thank you for doing all you do without me thinking about it. Right? So I would like you to do that in your mind. Then I want you to have the heart tell you something that would like you to know. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Listen to that voice. Whatever image that you get should be the one that comes right away. Just because it sounds like your voice doesn't mean that the thought didn't be put there by the energy field that you're in, that consciousness field. Now I want you to ask your heart any question that you want to put out to the field. Maybe you have a new endeavor that you want to do. Maybe there's something going on that you need an answer to. And you need to have a clear decision mind, an answer to help you to make that decision. I want you to ask that right now of your heart, which again is the field. You're tapping into that field of knowledge, the morphic fields, the quantum fields, the energy fields that are around you. And you're breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Signaling your body that all is safe. Self-regulation, just with the breath. Yeah. We are masters. We are human. By design, there's nothing else like us, and no machine can match your 55 trillion cells. You are perfection. Each cell with its own consciousness, a conscious field, with DNA that's a fractal antenna that picks up signals that we can't see or even know about, that are just there. So as we close off this meditation to the heart, I want you to just be in awe of the wonder of you. What a beautiful energy field you are, each and every one of us. And may on this day, may we investigate a little further, Jesus, Don't go for dogma. So we're going to, on the count of 1, getting closer, 2, 3, open our eyes. Take a deep breath in, out. Well, there's my meditation, my little speak on Jesus. He's real guy. Read those books. And enjoy your day and do that meditation as much as you, it doesn't take very long, right? To just get everything in coherence. When we're in coherence, we can see patterns. We can recognize what's going on. We're out of fight or flight. We're not in fear. So, have a great day. It's a very quiet day here because it is a free day for everybody. I don't know about my garbage collector, so. Okay, take care.